Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Steam Forward podcast. As always, I'm your host, Savannah, and today is our season finale of our season 1 for the Steam Forward podcast. And it's just been such a plentiful year, and we're just super excited. So I'm here with Pastor Linda, and we're just going to do a recap of this past season, as well as, Christmas is coming up. So this is a bit of a Christmas episode. So we're going to share some stories, some favorite gifts, and as well as set some expectations of what we're excited to see for season 2. So please help me welcome Pastor Linda.
Hello.
Hello. How you
Merry
doing?
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I'm so excited. Is Christmas your favorite holiday?
Well, I really enjoy Christmas because it's the best of everything.
Yeah.
It's the best of everything. In our family, we try to save money up so we can get all of the different food things that we like to eat. Like, this is for Christmas. That's for Christmas. So in that way, it's our favorite. It's our favorite. All the Christmas music, all the Christmas cookies.
People in better moods. People are always more happier in December.
Well, except when you go shopping.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes people are not too happy.
They want to fight you and say, this is mine. Yeah.
But yes, I love Christmas.
Me too.
And this Christmas, I think, is going to be extra special. And for the podcast, this is the end of our very first season.
I know. Episode 47.
I can't believe it. And in fact, I'm having so much fun this season. I have no voice. Okay. So
we're here. We're doing it. So I guess we should just do a recap.
Okay.
Is there any episode that sticks out to you? One episode that you listened to that really resonated with you?
Well, first I want to say that this podcast would not have been possible without the expertise, the creativity of Andres Beto, our podcast producer, David Freeman, Natalie Cabedo. This was where we're sitting.
Yeah.
It was just a regular blah
office space.
Bland, eggshell colored paint on the wall, blah, blah, blah. And they turned that into what we're sitting in, which is beyond belief.
Yeah.
So the fact that we actually have a podcast and we had the people who were able to make it happen. We had the sponsorship of the Children's Trust and Trinity Church. And so we're actually here at the end of the season, episode 47. I can't even believe it. And remember the day, one of my best memories is the day that we voluntold you that you were the podcast host.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a vote. It was a unanimous vote of 4 people. Me, myself, and I. That counts as 3.
Yeah.
And then Andres. And we said, it's a good idea. Let's take a vote. And it came back unanimous. And you have been a fantastic podcast host.
Thank you. I think that along with those 3, I think that also you being in the spaces that you're in, that we were able to get to episode 47. And just the work that you do and the people you've met along the way, I think that it speaks to your character about how you are with people in partnership and collaboration. Because you don't sometimes meet people who are willing to collaborate. And just knowing that people have expertise that you're willing to just show the world.
Yes.
Because a lot of people are like, me? You want me on the podcast?
Well, people say that's the first thing out of their mouth. Oh, I don't know if I can do it. But if you ask them to talk about what they're passionate about, they can't stop talking. But they need to get over the fear of being in front of a microphone or seeing themselves on a video. Once you can kind of talk them around that, they're happy to do that. Yeah. And what I've learned this year, Savannah, is there's so many people who are interested in young people becoming more educated around science, technology, engineering, mathematics. We've had people come and talk about, one of my favorite episodes was Pedro's amazing journey to the United States and all that he's become. That was one of my favorite, that his act of resilience to become who he is today.
And Fred to just care about people in those circumstances, because you don't meet people specifically in America that are willing and able and happy to do it.
Right. So that speaks to not just who we partner with, but their passion, their generosity, and their willingness to come out and share, with the hope that in the future, there will be somebody to carry the torch after them.
Right. I think that what I really love about this podcast is that I was able to understand that the world is so much bigger than just being a doctor, a lawyer, a technician, that the people who have came on this podcast have really opened my mind, especially the architecture. I think it was Cameron. His idea, he does art, but it's architecture.
Right.
And just the designing. And then even meeting Brianna Woods, who does biomedical engineering.
Yes.
Creates products and tests products. It's like you think of math, science, and technology and engineering as this one thing. But when you meet all these people, Shireen, who works for National Geographic, Anne Haywood, you meet all these people and you're like, oh, science is so much bigger than what we think it is. Yeah. So I think that's what I've enjoyed the most. And so I'm so excited for season 2 and all the guests you're going to have.
Well, I'm looking to my left here and there's a bunch of Christmas gifts.
We got some decorations today. And so Christmas is coming up.
It's coming.
And so something fun to really talk about is like, is there a best gift that you've ever received?
I don't think I've received it yet. I'm waiting for the best gift I've ever had in my entire life. Maybe it'll come in 2023. Let's see.
On Christmas Day.
Yes. I'm still waiting on the best ever because I really believe that there's always something good. There were good and bad things in the past. I can think of my worst Christmas ever. We kind of laughed about the show, but we weren't laughing then. Right. At that time, my husband was in the Air Force in Las Vegas, and we were broke. I was in graduate school at Stanford, and I had flown in to be there for a couple of days on Christmas break, and we were just broke.
Yeah.
So we were just sitting there like, it's Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Have some spaghetti and meat sauce. That was, Yeah.
I think that I can say that Christmas is such an American tradition in my household. Everybody loves Christmas. And so I can say that I've always just had a mom that tried to make Christmas special. And as I got older, the magic behind Christmas is truly the people. It's not the gifts. It's not the lights. It's not the decorations or the music. It's really people who love people. And
I think for me, when I talk about the worst Christmas ever, it's because everybody has an expectation of what Christmas is and what the year end is. And for so many people, there are so many things that happen during this time of the year or throughout the year that it isn't a happy time.
It's not.
So I think for me to also be mindful, because I experienced, for me, the worst Christmas ever. And just the things that we were going through in life, so challenging.
Absolutely.
But to believe that there's something better coming. Like it isn't always going to be that way. No. But speaking of gifts, when I look at this pile over here, there's a real gift over here,
Oh, is there really?
Yes. Let me tell you. And it says it's for Miss Savannah. Look at this. Look at this, everybody. This is a real Christmas gift for Miss Savannah, and you just need to open it right now.
Kids, it gets so awkward with kids.
But
Savannah Travers, the best host. I love this. There's going to be some haters walking past my office desk.
Let's put it here, sis. Okay, look at that.
I love this. Thank you so much. Steam forward.
Look at that. Okay.
Thank you. This is one of the best. This is the first gift I received for Christmas.
Really?
Yes. So I hope I get plenty more.
You will.
Shout out to my mom.
You will. But looking forward into next year, our theme for Gen 2050 is the land.
The land.
So for 2023, our theme was the sea. And now we're moving into the land.
Yeah.
So that has to do with anything from prehistoric times to today, trees, flowers, earth. Did I say dinosaurs already?
Recent prehistoric.
Yeah. All the things everything that it takes to support life on the land. That's what we're going to be learning about.
And I think it's great because I think maybe some people already have an idea. Well, we do land all the time, right? I walk on this earth. I do. They might even think about gardening and beekeeping and like, oh, I've already done the land. But I think that this summer, it'll really open people's minds that there's so much more.
Yes. And we are people talk about it all the time, about climate change and climate crisis and things that are happening that are going to change what we can grow in different parts of the world. So we've been used to, hey, South Florida has been the greatest place to grow vegetables. Yeah. Well, is it going to stay the greatest place?
Right.
What's going to happen between climate change, the sea level rise?
Yeah.
Are we going to be able to grow all the plants?
People might not know it, but we're still too hot in December.
It's too hot.
And it might be a little breezy today, but it's still too hot to be December.
Right.
So I think it'll really make people's mind open. I think that we're talking about resistance and activism. And so hopefully that'll spark some change for some people.
Yes.
But to end the podcast, we like to do a word of the day. And Pastor Linda, do you have a word today?
I think I'm going to say revolutionary.
And why is that?
What we're facing in the environment and as it applies to STEM education and STEAM, we've got to come up with some revolutionary ideas to address what's going on in our world. And as we move forward to educate our Gen 2050 students and educating ourselves, when we hear the news, hey, this is what's going on, I don't think we should just accept it and say, it's going to be like that. No, we have to become revolutionaries and say, hey, we're going to change this so that we can live our best life, even with the circumstances we have, that we can be creative and come up with a new way of life to focus on the circumstances we are, to look for something better, to do something better.
There's got to be a change.
There must be.
Has to be. Well, thank you so much, Pastor Linda. Thank you again for the gift.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I hope you have the best Christmas. I hope you're getting that gift that you want.
Ever.
And I will see you next time on the Steam Forward Podcast, Season 2.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And as always, a special thanks to our sponsors, the Children's Trust and Trinity Church. And don't forget that there are 3 ways in which you can listen or watch this podcast. If you'd like to listen, follow us on Apple or Spotify. If you'd like to watch, follow us on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and click that bell for post notifications.